Okay, today we are taking a deep dive into something, well, it seems simple on the surface, doesn't it? Installing Affinity software on a Windows PC.
Right. We've got this user walkthrough, and what we're trying to do is really just give you the shortcut.
Yeah, distill it down, less noise, more signal on the actual steps involved.
Exactly. So no wading through endless options. We're focusing on the essential sign up and install path they took, and it all starts, predictably, at the official site, affinity.studio.
Okay, so Affinity.studio. But right away, there's that first, maybe unexpected step for some.
You mean the sign in?
Yeah, the user hits Get Affinity, scrolls down a bit, and bam, sign up to download. They can't just grab the file.
No, not directly. And this user, well, they use their Google account, quick access, skips making yet another password right then.
Does that feel like a trend? Gating the download behind authentication?
I think it does. It's partly convenience, partly data,
Yeah.
But what's really key for you listening is what happened after that Google sign-in. They still had to actively choose their operating system. It wasn't automatic. They had to click Windows by 64 specifically.
Ah, right. So even with quick sign-ins, you've got to pay attention to the details. Specificity still matters.
Absolutely. That click triggered the actual download.
Okay, so file downloaded. Then they run the installer, the .exe file. The user said it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, mostly clicking next or accepting defaults. Pretty standard stuff for a modern installer.
But there's always that Windows moment, isn't there? The security pop-up.
Yeah, always. That user account control prompt, the one, do you want to allow this app to make changes?
Right. You almost click yes automatically sometimes.
You do. And while it feels like just another click, it is that mandatory security checkpoint. You can't install without hitting yes. It's predictable, but necessary.
So they click yes, the installer finishes up.
And they just clicked close, installation done. Simple as that.
Okay, phase 2 complete. Now, phase 3, running it for the first time, they click the desktop shortcut.
And straight away, another login prompt.
Another one? But they already logged in with Google.
Right, but that was just to get the download file from the website. The second login, the user mentioned their Candle login.
Okay, Candle login. That's specific. What exactly is that referring to for listeners?
That's their actual Affinity account ID, the
Yeah.
one they likely set up when they, first purchased or registered with Affinity itself.
Ah, okay. So Google gets you in the door, but the Candle or Affinity ID is the key to actually use the software. It's like authentication versus activation.
Precisely. Two different gates for two different purposes. External convenience, then internal licensing.
Makes sense. So the user Candle login, get past that. Then what? Some setup screens.
Yeah, the user described them as pretty normal startup screens, nothing too complex.
And then an interesting choice you mentioned.
Right. The welcome screen pops up, offers a tutorial video.
Which they skipped.
Skipped it, and then there was a data sharing prompt.
Skip that too.
Skip that too. They just clicked the button that said start creating.
Just straight into the software. No hand-holding needed, apparently.
They optimized for speed, for getting right into the workspace, used the logins they already had, bypassed the optional stuff.
So wrapping this up, the whole journey from opening a browser to being ready to create in Affinity was, well, pretty efficient for this user.
Extremely efficient. Because they leaned on those existing accounts, Google for access, their Affinity Candle login for activation, and just took the default installation path.
It really highlights how integrated logins can smooth things out.
It does. And that brings up maybe a final thought for you to consider. Since this whole quick process really hinged on using those existing accounts at those key moments, download and activation,
Yeah.
well, how much faster is adopting any new tool becoming when the installation hurdles aren't technical steps anymore, but just signing in? Is setup becoming more about authentication than configuration?